My people, come closer. Sit down. Let the noise of Lagos fade for a moment. This is no ordinary story. This is the tale of Omotola, a woman whose beauty lit up Surulere like morning sun on the lagoon, but whose pride was taller than the tallest billboard on Third Mainland Bridge. In those days, on a noisy street lined with Okadas zooming past and Okas shouting, stood Omotola's glamour boutique. The shop was always fresh, racks of shining ashoke, imported lace from China, French perfumes that smelled like heaven, high-heel shoes that clicked like confidence itself. Omotola ran it like a queen rules a palace. She woke at 5 a.m., pray, bath, dress sharp and opened by 7 a.m. Customers loved her because she knew exactly what flattered their bodies. She had three sales girls, Fumi, Chioma, and Blessing, and an old tailor, Baba Shegun, who stitched late into the night. Money came steadily. Omotola saved wisely. She rented a nice two-bedroom flat in the same area, drove a clean Toyota Corolla, and dressed like she never touched hardship. But men were at trouble. You're watching African Tales Magic, bringing timeless African tales to your screen. Hit that subscribe button and never miss a story. Thank you. Suitors came like flies to honey. A banker with a good salary, a teacher who was gentle and God-fearing, a doctor from Ikeja who drove a Toyota Camry. Each one she examined like a customer checks clothes for flaws. This one is too short. This one's sky is too ordinary. This one doesn't have six packs. That one talks too much like a village boy. A mother called from the village. Omotola, marriage is not about perfection. It is about peace. Her best friend Rachel begged, you will chase shadow and lose substance. But Omotola always answered the same. I have suffered to build this life. I will not settle for average. One quiet evening, Adeniyi came. He was an engineer, civil engineer with a steady government job. Tall enough, kind eyes, clean shaven, always smelling of fresh soap. He didn't flash money, but he listened. He brought her small things, a box of chocolates, a prayer book, once even helped her carry stock into the shop when her girls were tired. He gathered courage one Saturday after closing. Omotola, I like you very much. Can we try to know each other more? Omotola looked him up and down. She smiled, but it was a pity smile. Adeniyi, you're a good man, but honestly, you're not fit enough. Your life is too normal. I need more excitement, more luxury. Adeniyi's face fell like rain-soaked paper. He nodded slowly. I understand you. May God keep you. He walked away into the Lagos docks, heart heavy, but he never spoke badly of her. Then came the day everything changed. A black Benz G-Wagon, shining, tinted, roaring like a lion, parked right in front of the boutique. Horn bladed once and the door opened. Out stepped Kola, tall, dark skin glowing, white agbada sharp like blade, gold chain and expensive watch, the kind of man who made head turn on Allen Avenue. He entered, picked shirts, perfume, belts, and walked to the counter. Before Fumi could touch the POS, Omotola rushed forward. No, 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 sir. This is free. A welcome gift from my shop. The girl's mouth dropped open. Madam had never given anything for free, not even to family. Kola smiled, perfect white teeth. Thank you, beautiful. I'm Kola, businessman, oil and gas, with investments in and out of Nigeria. I'm Omotola, she said, voice soft like she was 16 again. They exchanged WhatsApp contacts. That night, he sent goodnight messages with heart emojis. By weekend, they had dinner at a rooftop restaurant in Victoria Island. Lobsters, champagne, and city lights twinkling below. Then the next day was a boat ride on the lagoon. Then weekend at a private beach with grilled fish and slow music. Kola bought her a gold necklace. Omotola posted stories on Instagram daily. Likes and comments poured in. The queen has found her king, her friends commented. One night, Kola drove her to his apartment in Lekki Phase 1. Marble everywhere from floor to ceiling windows. Huge TV, fridge full of exotic drinks. The driver Benson in uniform welcomed them, opening doors and carrying bags. Kola spoke smoothly. This is just one of my places. Main house is in Ikoyi. I have crude oil deals. Companies in Dubai. Soon we'll go there together. Omotola loved everything she heard. She felt she had finally arrived. But one afternoon, an old woman, bent back, wrapper tight, selling boiled granuts near the boutique, called her aside. My daughter, shine too much sometimes blind the eyes. Be careful with this man. Not everything sweet is sugar. Omotola laughed. Auntie, thank you. But poor people, sha. You guys like to give advice. Well, that's because you guys have nothing else to give. The old woman shook her head sadly and walked into the crowd. Then silence came. Kola's phone was off for 4 days. No reply to messages. Omotola couldn't sleep. She checked status, nothing. Called, switched off. Her food tasted like sand. She stared at the necklace he gave her and whispered, Where are you, my love? Fifth day, Kola walked in. Shirt wrinkled, his eyes red and shoulders down. Omotola ran to him. Kola, where have you been? I almost died of worry. He sat heavily. Business crashed, Omotola. Big problem at the port. My goods caught fire. Banks took my Lekki house. And Benson, that idiot stole my Benz and ran away. I have nothing now. Just need a small place to stay. Few weeks till I bounce back. Tears filled his eyes. Omotola's heart broke. Of course, my love. Come to my place. We'll survive this together. Kola hugged her tight. You're a real woman. When I rise again, I will build you mansion in Ikoyi, diamond ring and everything. The 3 weeks after Kola moved in were sweet thick honey. He wake up early to surprise her with akara and pap, calling her my CEO. He'd sit in the boutique for an hour, charming customers with his grand plans, making her feel like they were a power couple. In the evenings, he'd pull her to the sofa, massaging her feet after a long day, spinning vivid tales of the mansion they'll build in Banana Island and the Dubai shopping sprees that awaited them. But soon, everything changed. Kola woke late, watched football all day, asked for money at every given opportunity. Just 200,000, my love. There's this quick deal that is coming. Omotola gave from the boutique profits. When the deal fails, he comes to meet Omotola again. Another 300,000, my love. I swear this one is very sure. And boom, that goes again. That cycle continues for a while. Kola still dressed sharp, ordered Uber, eats and went to the club to network, all on Omotola's card. Omotola's account dropped. The boutique suffered. Stock finished. New suppliers demanded she pays first before stock delivery. Customers complained. Madam, where is the new lace now? Racks looked empty. Fumi and Chioma left, tears in their eyes. Madam, we love you, but we have to eat. Omotola now walked alone, swept, arranged, smiled for customers even if her back ached. She looked into the mirror one night, eyes dull, her skin dried. She touched her face and thought, is this the life I rejected Adeniyi for? Adeniyi would never let me suffer like this. Have I made the biggest mistake of my life? She pushed the thoughts away. No, Kola will bounce back. Before we dive back in, make sure to subscribe to African Tales Magic. More powerful tales await. Now let's return back to the story. But the suffering deepens in ways Omotola never imagined. Kola started disappearing for hours, sometimes overnight. He would come back smelling of cheap perfume, not the French ones from her shop, but something flowery and unfamiliar. Omotola found lipstick stains on his collar once and a strange woman's earring in his pocket another time. She confronted him quietly one evening, her voice shaking. Kola, who is she? I saw messages on your phone. You're flirting with other ladies. Kola laughed it off at first. Baby, it's nothing. Just business contacts. You know how Lagos is now. Networking. But Motola's heart knew better. She scrolled through his phone in secret one night while he was asleep, seeing chats with multiple women. Sweetie went next from one, art emojis from another, even plans to meet at a hotel. He was cheating openly, treating her home like a free hotel while chasing skirts all over Lagos. The pain stabbed like a knife. Omotola wanted to scream, to call Rachel or her mother to pour out the hurts, but shame held her tongue. How can I tell them? They warned me. They will say, I told you so. And what about my Instagram posts? Everyone thinks we are perfect. She suffered in silence, smiling through the tears. At church on Sundays, she waved at friends with a bright grin, hiding the bruises on her soul. At the market, she laughed at jokes while her mind screamed, suffering and smiling. That was her new life. She lay awake at night, staring at the ceiling and whispering to herself, why am I protecting this man who destroys me? Is this what perfection looks like? Worse came. One afternoon, a bank alert of 1 million naira gone overnight. Omotola closed shop and rushed home. Kola, you took 1 million without asking? He shrugged. Yes, Omotola, I needed it for a project and to chill with the boys. You know now, networking is important. Omotola exploded. You don't work. I feed you. You only take. My shop is dying. You have wrecked me, you useless man. Kola's face changed. Face dark. Useless. Me? You should thank God a man like me is still managing you. Words flew like market knives. Omotola screamed. Worthless dog. Even a street dog has more value. Kola slapped her hard, then punched her. Omotola fell, blood on her lip. She called up crying. And hours later, he knelt down. Baby, I'm sorry. The pressure is just too much on me. But fear crept into Omotola's heart. She confided in Rachel the next day at the store. Rachel, my life is upside down. I can't breathe. Shame choked her as she narrated the full story. So this is what you've been enduring, Rachel responded. It is going to be fine, Rachel consoled her. While seeing Rachel off, Omotola saw the black Benz parked nearby. Rage rose, and like a fire burning within her, she ran to the car, saw Benson and grabbed his collar. You thief! You stole Collar's car. Benson raised his hands. Madam, calm down. This is not Collar's car. As a matter of fact, Collar owns nothing. Then the truth poured out like rainwater. Collar is my friend. My boss, Chief Adewale, traveled to Canada to spend some time with his family. He left me in care of his house and the car. Kola begged to borrow everything, the apartment and the Benz, to impress a client. That client was you, madam. Kola lives in one room face me I face you in Ajegunle. He has a small kiosk where he sells kerosene. That is his oil and gas business. Omotola's need buckled. Word spun. She whispered, but he said Dubai. Refinery. Benson laughed, shook his head, and in a mocking tone, kerosene is oil now. That is all that matters. She ran to the police station. Officers followed. They arrived at her apartment, door half opened inside. Kola was stuffing 2 suitcases with her best dress, high heels, gold jewelries, and even her perfume. He was about to bolt out when Omotola burst in, police behind her. Kola froze. Suitcases dropping, his face went pale like ash. Omotola's anger erupted like a volcano. She pointed at him, voice thundering through the room. How dare you, Kola? You have been fake all this while. Fake house, fake car, fake business. You have lied, cheated, stolen from me. You beat me, flirted with other women right under my nose, and now you're running like a rat with my things, you worthless liar. The neighbors peeked from their doors, whispering. The police grabbed his hands, but Kola twisted and his eyes wide. He looked at Omotola and confessed in a desperate rush, as if spilling beans would save him. Omotola, yes, it was all fake. The gifts and dates. I borrowed money to get them. But it was the only way to get a woman like you. You chase perfection. Rich men, tall men, flashy life. A simple guy like me from Ajegunle, you wouldn't even look twice. I had to pretend to borrow, to act big. It was the only way to win you. But I love you, in my own way. Omotola laughed bitterly, tears streaming. Love? This is not love. This is destruction. Get him out of here. Handcuffs clicked. Kola begged as they dragged him away. Baby, please. One more chance, please. But Omotola turned her back, the door slamming shut on his pleas. Weeks passed, shop half empty, and the rent due. Omotola sat on the stool one evening, staring at the beer racks. Memories flooded. I laughed at the old woman's warning. Pride blinded me. Now look at me. She cried until no tears left. But slowly, she rose. She borrowed money from Rachel, restocked bit by bit, worked late, and she smiled again. Customers returned. Glow came back, faint but real. Then on Valentine's Day, a delivery man entered with package, red roses, chocolates, and a small box, along with a note which reads, "You are the prettiest and strongest woman I know. You fell and you rose like a queen. I always saw that strength in you." A warm smile appeared on Omotola's face. Her hand shook. She looked up. Adeni stood at the door, flowers in his hands. Gentle smile, no anger, just peace. Omotola froze. Shame burned her chest. She looked at the floor. How can he look at me after everything? I humiliated him, rejected him, she whispered. Adeni, I'm so sorry. I was proud, foolish. I don't deserve. Before she could finish her sentence, Adeni stepped closer. Omotola, I forgave you long ago. I never stopped praying for you. I saw your pain from afar. I waited because love waits. Tears rolled down her cheeks. She was afraid to meet his eyes, afraid of judgment. But Adeni lifted her chin gently. Look at me, he said. You are not your mistakes. You are stronger now, and I still choose you. They hugged, a long, tight hug. Customers clapped softly. They talked for hours about the pain, the growth, and second chances. Their friendship bloomed again. 3 months later, under soft evening sky, Adeni knelt. Omotola, will you let me love you forever? She said yes, a loud and joyful yes. And so, my people, the proud queen of Lagos learnt the hardest lesson. Perfection is an illusion. Pride builds high walls, but love climbs over them. A good heart is worth much more than all the banks in Lagos. Not every shiny life is real. Not every rich man is safe. Not every quiet lover is weak. Pride nearly destroyed Omotola, but humility saved her. Before you chase money, chase character. Before you chase perfection, choose peace. Thank you for watching.